Donald Trump is obviously well known at this point for going way over the top in his rhetoric, but this Truth Social post, I think, breaks new ground where he asserts that what happens to him should determine whether potentially hundreds of millions of people live or die. He posted, if they do assassinate President Trump, which is always a possibility, I hope that America obliterates Iran, wipes it off the face of the earth. If that does not happen, American leaders will be considered gutless cowards. So he's referencing Benjamin Netanyahu, who decided to come and give a speech to Congress, which was novel. You don't often have purveyors of genocide addressing Congress, but it was interesting to have that for once. And he said that they're going to assassinate President Trump. He's implying that Iran will do that because Benjamin Netanyahu desperately wants Americans to be sent to die in a war against Iran. That's what he's advocating for. Donald Trump definitely seems down. So if Donald Trump becomes president, look forward to potential war with Iran. That'll be a lot of fun. And they're talking about the fact that there had apparently been some sort of Iranian plot to kill Donald Trump. That's not what Saturday's shooting was about. Saturday's shooting was a really weird incident where a young conservative Republican decided to take a shot at Donald Trump and gave him a boo-boo. So anyway, he's now saying that if anyone succeeds, we should just kill everyone in Iran. He said, obliterate it, wipe it off the face of the earth. I will remind everyone that while the Iranian regime is absolutely terrible, the country is filled with like 99% utterly innocent people, many of whom have tried to overthrow that regime. Many have lost their lives, lost their freedom, been sexually assaulted, have lost everything because they've actually tried to take down this regime. Donald Trump just throws out social media posts about how everyone there should die, everyone there should potentially be nuked, and then we'll send in a bunch of our soldiers and they'll be killed too. And his life or death is what should determine this. You know, like people were talking about how Joe Biden provided a contrast with Trump when he decided to step down for the good of the country and the good of his party, and Donald Trump won't do that. Donald Trump thinks you should die to avenge his death. Okay, I'm not signing up for that. You can choose to or not. Waz, what do you think?
Lunacy. But you can't be surprised when Donald Trump has an inflated sense of who he is and what should happen and those kinds of things. Bibi went up there and told a bunch of half-truths and outright lies. Again, offered no proof of this Iranian alleged plot to kill Donald Trump, but we shouldn't be surprised that this guy wants us to go to war. He wants American taxpayers to foot the bill for his endless war, and he absolutely thinks that American young people should go out and die on behalf of this guy's political career. It's pathetic, but I'm not surprised that Bibi and Trump are in lockstep, you know, when it comes to something this outlandish and ridiculous, particularly when it comes to, you know, boosting Donald Trump's ego. And it's just like, oh, they tried to take me down. Everybody's trying to take me down, but still I persist and survive. It's kind of comical too.
100%. Yeah, and consequential. Like, you know, maybe if Donald Trump gets in, maybe he won't literally send our soldiers there, although maybe he will. And I'll remind everyone, this is not all hypothetical. He very much risked starting a war with Iran when he decided to kill Qasem Soleimani. Thankfully, by the grace of God or whatever, it didn't happen. We narrowly dodged that, like he narrowly dodged the bullet that gave him the boo-boo. But it could happen. And even if we don't send our soldiers, we definitely could send a bunch of money. We could end up having to send a bunch of money to Israel to defend against their continued escalation with Iran that we've already seen over the past 6 months. So there's a lot to worry about there. He tells you constantly about how he started no new wars. I've tried to remind everyone he continued all the ones we already had and he escalated a bunch that we were already in. And he seems to be already signing up to do that once again. They say that they're isolationists. They're perfectly willing to send a ton of money and our weapons and all that. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.